Well, one critical group within the Labour Party is the Obedient movement. And interestingly, the ABURE-led leadership of the party does not really enjoy the support of this influential group. Most of the Obedients seem more inclined towards the Kennedy, Usman and Alex Oti faction. However, the Labour Party's prospects without the Obedient movement is quite uncertain.
I don't want you to see it that way.
Okay.
In every election, if you look at the voters, it's only about 3% of the voters that are members of that political party. In every election. After candidates are nominated, the dynamics change. After nomination of candidate, be it presidential, governorship, after that nomination, from that nomination, the dynamics of election changes. It's no longer about the political party. It's now about the candidates that have emerged. It was after the emergence of Mr. Peter Obi that Labour Party had the influence of support groups, including the Obedient movement we are talking about. And 85% of the Obedient movement are not members of Labour Party. And they don't believe in Labour Party. So if you tell me today they are inclined to anybody, I will not blame them. Labour Party have tried to warehouse them to become members of the party so that we begin to introduce them into the structure of the party. And this is where I'm advising my generation. You cannot correct something from outside. I became a local government secretary of Labour Party, of a local government. I became a director of ICT of Labour Party. This doesn't take 1 year. It doesn't take 2 years. I became deputy national secretary of Labour Party. I ran for House of Reps under Labour Party in 2019. Then, I have now been elected as national unit of the party. But some of our generation wants to emerge within 1 year. My brother, did you get to where you are today as analyst for TVC in a day? Is it in 1 year? Is it in 2 years? You have taken time to grow in TVC and to get to this point. Even if it's not in TVC, you must have taken time to grow in another organization, and maybe they consider you to employ you at the level they brought you in. But you must have grown in your career. So, but we have generation of people that they want to marry a wife today, they want that wife to give birth today, and they want that child to grow today.
So are you saying that the Obedient movement shares blame in what is happening within the party?
Yes, because they refuse to. They are throwing jabs on the party without coming into the party. If the Obedient movement will go into the party structure, like I advised them severally, emerge as party members, emerge as party ward officers, ward leaders. From then, they've hijacked the party because it's like a pyramid. The moment they take over all the wards in Nigeria, give them 4 years. Give them 4 years. They will take over all the states. Because from the ward, they will decide who will become the local government chairman. From local government, they will decide who will become the state chairman. Then, when the neck is called, it will be easy for the Obedient movement to now bring that scent, I say and I repeat, that scent from heaven that will now be the national chairman of Labour Party.
A very wonderful analysis from you, Kennedy Ahanotu. But your pattern, the pattern of Julius ABURE has proven this to be wrong or not to be true with the Obedients. If ABURE was able to conduct a neck meeting for the national without, first of all, conducting a ward state upwards national convention, then there is no way this could be true. You don't expect ABURE to set a dangerous precedence for the party, and then after 4 years of ABURE's tenure, another person will come and will not still use the same maneuvering process to do it. After all, a precedence has been set. That is why the Obedients are actually clamoring for the normal thing to be done. After all, there is no way you will set a dangerous precedence and expect somebody not to follow suit. You will take him to court and he will still use the same precedence to win you in court. Now listen to Dr. Alex Oti so that you will understand perfectly well this. I don't want to quote him. You will hear from him direct.
I had sat with Mr. ABURE last year. And I asked him, I said, what do you really want? And he said, he didn't want anything. I said, okay, I can speak to my leaders. And you can become a BOT chairman. I offered that with their approval. Or if you want to still lead this party, let's go through the process. And purchase a form when the process starts, and if you win, you return as chairman. But I also gave him some pieces of advice. I said, if I were you, I wouldn't want to lead people who wouldn't want me to lead them. So if you come into this kind of room and I present myself and I said I want to be your chairman, and you say you don't want me to, there is no way I can impose myself. Yes. So we are still extending the Polly brand to him and those in the former National Working Committee to shape their sword. There's no need fighting. They will just be delaying the doomsday because it will still happen. The process of setting up a National Working Committee starts from the ward. You go through ward congresses, local government congresses, state congresses, zonal congresses, and then you now elect delegates that will go for the national convention. You cannot start, if you want to build a 3-story building, you cannot start from the 3rd floor. You must start from foundation.
Did you hear this? Now tell me how possible it is for the obedient who you are sending to the ward, which is the normal thing, be able to contribute when the national convention takes place first. The state convention also takes place before the ward congresses. So how will the obedient be able to build the ward and send somebody to the state when he has no input sending anybody to the state, because the state convention has been conducted first. The national convention has also been conducted even before the state convention. So I think your narrative is very converse to the practice as it were with Labour Party now under Julius ABURE. So let us not deceive ourselves. Let us be sincere to ourselves, so that it will be easy for all of us to cohabit, so that it will be easy for all of us to move ahead and form a common front. You have actually tried so hard as a national youth leader, and I give it to you. Kudos to you. But I need to set the record straight. Now continue with your analysis.
Okay, help me understand this dynamic. Some persons say that Peter Obi is from the south, and ABURE is from the south also. And one of the reasons why you're having that seeming conflict is because when you want to emerge for presidential election, it's difficult for the national chairman and the presidential candidate to be from the same south or the same northern zone. Could this be one of the reasons why some forces want ABURE out, so that Peter Obi can have a smooth sail?
It's a good question and a technical one, and I can tell you that possibly it could be one of the reasons. But the answer is this. Are we in 2027?
Just close to.
It's not just close to.
Road to 2027.
2 years. We are not in 2027, and this crisis started since last year. I remember after the election, after the appeal court judgment, even His Excellency said that what we are going to do now, even after the National Convention of the Party, elective convention, Mr. Peter Obi said that now that the convention have come and gone, that we have to start reconciliation. He said it. Go and check the tapes. It's there. He said it. And the intention was after 2023 general election, we go on a retreat as a political party and now look at areas of weakness and areas of strength, and now come up with a working document in preparation for 2027. The first point shouldn't have been leadership. The first target, it shouldn't have been leadership, because leadership is a problem in Nigeria. Look at APC, a ruling party. They won an election, But they just did their first NEC meeting just about a month ago. A party in power. They are careful with leadership. They just did their first NEC after 2 years, just a month ago. But party that didn't win election that we should do more of planning are the one fighting about leadership. Is it not an aberration? The party have not been given a space to project electoral reform in the National Assembly. Because with all this fight, the party couldn't do their work. So the first point shouldn't have been leadership. Also, 2027, if Mr. Peter Obi wants, and that is where I feel terrible with Nigerian politicians, it's about self. It's about me. It's not about we. Because if it is about we, this leadership crisis shouldn't have been the first. You should have allowed the party to consolidate. I can assure you that if you had allowed the party to consolidate, and possibly towards this year, December, or 2026, January, because all of us are bonded. Why is rape called rape? You force a woman against her will. If you bond with a woman, the same thing could happen somewhere without anybody knowing about it. If we had bonded as a party, did this retreat, did this a lot of convocations and meetings and bonding, because all of us felt injured in the last election, including me, who is now the devil. I followed the campaign to every state, shouting. At some point, they banned me from entering Lagos that I insulted MC Olomo. Did I fight with MC Olomo? Is he my enemy? Have I dragged anything with him before? But because I believe in the candidacy of Peter Obi, I threw some jabs against the MC Olomo, and my picture was being spread across Lagos parks. That, look at this young man. Who is he to be challenging MC Olomo? In the campaigns, the pictures are viral everywhere. If I was killed, who will honor my wife and my children, little children that I have? So who is the devil here? There is no devil. The devil are those that are advised for this leadership issue. Those that are advised. 2027 you will run. Oh. You have to, the chairmanship have to come from the north. Okay. Where was the chairmanship when we pulled 6-point-something million votes? Where were those people when Nigeria produced a Muslim ticket? Where were they? Politics is about strategy, planning, and execution. You don't expose your family outside. They have exposed Labour Party so much.
Yes, you are 100% right in your analysis. What you have said excellently, they all sound perfectly well. But where I have issues with you is the point that where you forgot that the same sacrifice you put up as a national youth leader is equal to the same sacrifice all obedience across Nigeria did put for them to secure this very mandate that was stolen from them. Yes, nobody, in fact, I can tell you categorically clear, just like you mentioned Lagos, there are people in Lagos who, in fact, you know Lagos, the situation as it were, the Oluomo you mentioned and everything. That is not even the only area where we have violent opposition. We also have them in the north. We also have them in down south. In fact, you could remember that one person who wanted to contest for the seat of senatorial whatever in Enugu, the guy was spoofed by unknown whatever, and later he was replaced with his brother who later got that mandate. Yes, so to tell you, a lot of people across board put the same equal amount of sacrifice to make sure that mandate was secured. In fact, one that I know also lost his life, and his family have not received any dime from anybody as we speak. So the obedients are saying actually they want to be a part of the process. Should they work state and national congress, should it have been so, I think by now nobody will be complaining or agitating for anything. So viewers, thank you for watching. Make your comments, drop your comments what you think on the comment section.